What's up, guys?
It is I, the music-loving, mosh pit-starting, spellcasting, wrestling reviewing, maybe a little bit insane Sierra. This is the Monsters in the Mosh Pit podcast. As always, I am joined by my tag team partner, the monster among marks, and collector of random CD-ROMs, Rob. What's good? How you doing?
That fucking blind tag out of goddamn nowhere. Yeah, let's do that. Let's start there. Because that didn't absolutely inform every goddamn thing that happened on NXT. But we're not on NXT first. We're starting with the new Wednesday show, 205 Live, for our review today. For those of you who are not aware, apparently I think what they did was they taped, because it could not have been live. They wouldn't shell out the money. Yeah.
Prior to SmackDown.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Well, they have now moved 205 live, 205 to Wednesday. I'm not gonna say live anymore because it's fucking not. So it's 205 is showing up from Tulsa. Is it Tulsa, Toledo?
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah. And to start the show, and this actually kind of jarred me when it finished playing out, was we got the replay of the Drew Gulak Cedric Alexander match from SummerSlam, then Gulak's video promo, and Drake Maverick's denial of Gulak's demand for a rematch. Then we also get that same night the Gulak Gallagher Kendrick attack of Hideo of Akira Tozawa, and then we see Cedric Alexander come out there and then calling out Drew Gulak. The whole recap of this feud up to this point. And what threw me was we did not get the normal DM the GM intro. We didn't even get a voiceover by him.
I like that 205 kind of switched it up because, yeah, it's awesome to hear DM the GM give us what we're going to see tonight, but this entire episode really was supposed to be focused around Gulak and Alexander's championship match. I actually like that they opened all the way from the SummerSlam cruiserweight match, and then each bit that Gulak has gotten over on Alexander, and then they kept repeating the line, until I get my rematch, there'll be no peace on 205.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed the intro. It was something different. It really perked my attention as soon as it started because it wasn't DM the GM.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna hate on them for trying to do something different. Speaking of different, we got the Cruiserweight Championship match for the main event being hyped by commentary before we move into Lince Dorado versus TJP. Oh my God, this was a damn good match.
How you feel about that finish?
I can't believe Lince Dorado didn't just fucking lose his shit and we didn't find TJP strung up by his fucking ankles in the back. Like, I would not have been
a funny little thing to put in. He's hanging by piñata.
Yeah, he's like you don't even know what happens after that because they never go back to it. Now, if we would have found like him hanging from something and like the machata's not there or the machata's still there just to fuck with him, and he's all beat up, and they're like, well, what the fuck happened? Well, he tore off the mask. I mean, you can't invoke the wrath of the lucha like that. You just no. For those of you who are wondering, this match was actually very, very close and very, very good up until the end, where TJP decides he's going to disrespect Lince Dorado in the entire tradition of lucha, where they wear the lucha libre mask, and he manages to successfully remove Lince Dorado's mask. Lince would rather take the loss than reveal his face, so he spends the last couple seconds with both hands squarely over his face, protecting the visual. Little Nate didn't waste any time in getting him back his mask.
No, good on Little Nate for that. I think, as you said, I mean, Dorado and TJP just traded momentum throughout this entire match. When Dorado would get a flurry of offense, TJP would return the favor. That arm jerk TJP did to Dorado was actually pretty impressive. They called it a submission, but he just jerked Dorado's arm. But I know you got heated over the finish, but this is not the first time we've seen a heel take advantage of the mask when it comes to a luchador.
Oh no, it's not that I think it's anything rather new, because they've been doing it since on WWE since Rey Mysterio. So how would it be any kind of surprise that we would see something like that? But in a sense, it never ceases to irritate me, because it's like, yeah, it's a cheap way for a heel to keep the heat and get a cheap victory, but I guess I'm a traditionalist in that when you have certain precedents, you don't need to go against them. Moving on.
Perhaps we should move on. So we see DM the GM and Lio Rush. We see Maverick question Rush why he asked to be removed from his match with Dar. He said that there was issues with his commitment with Bobby Lashley. Then he brings up, I'm doing stuff with AOP, yet I still manage to keep my commitments to 205 Live. Don't compete.
It was the other way around. It was that he's like, listen, you can do whatever you want to. You can go on Raw and do your own thing, but you have to keep your commitments here. And Leo's like, oh, you want me to do that, but you're doing AOP shit.
I just changed the wording because I didn't want to say it word for word what Maverick had said.
Yeah, I mean, I think that
it's the basis by him telling Rush that you have to fulfill your commitments, and then knowing that Maverick is also on Raw with AOP, seeing that Maverick is still able to fill his commitments, he expects it from Rush.
Yeah, and he even says, listen, do your job on 205 or there will be consequences. And the utter seriousness of his look and the way he raised his eyebrows, like he's challenging Lio Rush to defy him. It's yet another escalation of, I'm a face GM who's not going to take any shit. Keep pushing me.
Okay.
We go to commercial. Yeah.
But then he does say that you will face Noam Dar next week.
Yep. Go to commercial. We come back. We get Drake again in the back, this time talking to Mustafa Ali. Basically,
I almost got really mad at Maverick.
Oh yeah.
I thought
he pulled a fucking swerve. Yeah, he pulled a fucking swerve. The whole time he's like, yeah, well, I mean, I don't know.
I spoke with the medical staff, and we both agree that you're 100%.
Yeah, you're good to go. So next week he will face Hideo Itami. Wow, I can't. Be a good match. Oh yeah, next week's gonna be great. Then we move into the main event, which for me was kind of weird because we didn't get a squash match in the middle. So hey, good.
Well, they only had 2 matches this time around. They did take up a good portion of the time with the main event, SummerSlam. Well, the SummerSlam match recap, and then the main event definitely.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, and I'll fill in.
Hang on, I'm also trying to work the camera magic to keep you in fair good center. This match was wonderfully hard hitting. It worked very, very well for both men, and in my opinion, it would be very, very difficult to see how this one, couldn't put 205 on the map, as far as if
205's already on the map.
well, I was going to say in the sense of if you didn't know, you need to be watching now. This is why.
Oh, yeah.
I love how in the very beginning Brian Kendrick distracts to help set up for an early Gulak, which is instantly countered by the ropes. Then they try again by grabbing Alexander's ankle, and the ref catches him, and instead of disqualifying the match, he throws the two out. And
I think that was a great call on the ref.
oh yeah, that was really good. This whole match was just really great. I loved one of my favorite spots was the top spot. Well, maybe not top spot, but damn good spot was the cartwheel suplex, basically, where they were almost near the ropes, and as Cedric attempts to do the suplex to the outside of to Gulak grabs him and keeps going. He's on the apron. Alexander doesn't hesitate, grabs him back, lands on his as Gulak lands on his feet on the apron, throws Gulak onto the floor. It was fucking crazy.
So that might be one of your favorite spots of the night. How about the fact that Gulak left his feet?
Oh yeah,
He went off the top rope with the flying clothesline.
Got on the top rope. That was another great spot.
We saw Gulak get the Gulak in like 3 or 4 times.
Yep.
We got to see the targeting of the left shoulder, the back of the neck.
Mm-hmm.
This was an amazing match. The Michinoku driver from Alexander was really cool.
Yep. Although, one of my favorite YouTubers brought up a good point about Morrow, as much as I love him. And I think this has kind of gotten to other people as where they have the Terry, what they call the Terry Schiavone kind of problem, where if they don't know a move, it's a different kind of slam, and it'll just make up a word. And for Morrow, his words are Michinoku driver. And
Morrow wasn't in this.
I know, but they've worked with him long enough that I could see it.
No,
I don't know if that
Michinoku driver.
No, I think Cole's is Uranagi.
Uranagi. It's either Uranagi, Enziguri, or Michinoku driver.
Yep, it sounds wonderful. But that portion, that segment was amazing. This whole thing was a damn good testament to both men and how great wrestlers they are. And at the end of this roller coaster, because I mean, they had to have been, knocked down, drag out, beat down, tired. Alexander wins with the lumbar check, and we get a backstage interview with Buddy Murphy right before they go off the air.
Oh, I missed that.
I did not. It was.
What did he say? What did one of my babies say?
He basically said he's really glad that it's Cedric Alexander because he wants to take it off of him in the hometown of Melbourne, Australia at Super Showdown.
Yeah, it builds into the fact that Cedric retained in his hometown against Buddy Murphy.
Yep. It absolutely does.
Should we move on to one of the most amazing NXT matches I've ever seen?
We can't move that far yet. We have to do this proper.
But can we move to the black and yellow screen?
Believe me, I'm way ahead of you.
Awesome.
Oh God. Okay, you know what? It's gonna take the longest. It absolutely is to hold me against this. But let's just skim through the beginning because I didn't really care. I was watching this. I was watching this whole show on 2 times speed because I wanted to be ready for tonight's show, and hell, we're a half an hour early. I had set the stream for 5 o'clock because I wanted you guys to be able to get everything out of it. But since I finished a little early, we decided to come on the air for you guys.
Wait, you texted me saying 4 CST.
Yeah, I like to be punctual.
But you just said 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm confused. But I have notes over everything, so I can kind of lead us in with this one, and you can give your color commentary as needed.
Yeah, we'll start with Dakota Kai and Deanna Purrazzo versus Aaliyah and Lacey Evans in a match. I don't care. I think I'd rather try and disassemble my PlayStation without proper tools than try and watch this match again.
Ow. I didn't think it was that bad. Granted, Aaliyah gets no love.
There's a lot of the women's division that okay, I don't have a problem when it comes to women wrestling. I love women's wrestling, especially when they do it right. I mean, you want good examples. Look to what a lot of the women are doing in the Mae Young Classic, what a lot of the other women, hell, even last week with Bianca Belair and Nikki Cross. That was a damn good women's match. But when you have two women and you're exclusively pushing them as basically fucking pinup girls, that's where I have a problem, especially with Lacey Evans. I grew up with a Marine. That woman could probably kill you. No problem. Why do we have to push her as this? I want to be prim and proper and dress like it's the fucking roaring 20s. No, get away from me.
Okay, so it's the 40s. First of all, thank you very much. Wow. But what if she's the one who came up with the idea? You know, if she's the one who came up with the idea, or even if someone else came up with the idea, she is selling the character the best to her advantage. She does have that really cool pin-up look. I personally like that, the rockabilly look, or pin-up. But
I feel like in this day and age, a lot of visual, like there's certain visuals we don't need anymore.
I think I don't want to put words in your mouth, but it seems like you're upset with the gimmick.
That
it's
don't
a
like
gimmick character.
Yeah, I don't like the gimmick.
Okay.
Because
I on the other hand, appreciate it. I think it takes a lot of work to pull off a gimmick character, and she's doing well for what she's been given.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I just feel that in this day and age we might not need so much gimmick, more looking professionally. That's my stance on it. But
getting to the match.
Yeah.
So Deanna Purrazzo and Lacey Evans end up starting out. It's a good back and forth between the two of them. Lacey ends up gaining the upper hand and tagging Aaliyah in. We see Purrazzo tag in Kai. There's quick tags for Kai and Purrazzo before Evans, now tagged in, gains the upper hand on Purrazzo, which causes the heels to have the back and forth quick tags. We see Aaliyah yanking on Purrazzo's hair in the corner for a 4 count. We see Aaliyah and Lacey continue to work over Purrazzo, setting up Dakota Kai for the hot tag. And then when she does get tagged in, she ends up demolishing Aaliyah. But Evans gets the sneaky tag in and hits the woman's right on Kai for the win.
Yep. I mean, I get in this aspect, I looked at it as a good subversion of what you expected, and to have the heels come out with a win after a cheeky tag and a devastating finisher right there at the end when she thought she had the pin. That's not a terrible thing to me. I don't hate that. That's fine. Moving on, we have the Street Profits. I guess this is one of their segments.
Velveteen Dream.
That didn't happen until after this.
No, it happened before this.
I think you might have put it there.
No, it happened before this.
Like I said.
Okay, whatever. We get the street hype. It's hyping each other up.
Yeah, I mean, in my head, it was like I watched this. I'm like, okay, why are you explaining your character? You've been on NXT for 2 years now. Stop it. Um, then the Velveteen Dream interview. Oh my god, I loved it. They start talking to him about, okay, well, you beat EC3 at Takeover Brooklyn. What are you going to do next? How are you moving forward? He's like, I already have. I beat Johnny Gargano. I'm doing amazing. And then they ask him about the Aleister Black thing, and he's like, you bring the Dream here to talk about somebody who's not the Dream? Later. And he walks away. Like I said, fucking perfect.
Yep, that's all I had written down. We got a replay of Cross versus Belair from last week, followed by a quick Belair interview, basically saying that Cross is crazy, but I'm still undefeated.
I I am always wary of waiting for that to end. But next we've got Humberto Carrillo versus Jackson Ryder of the Forgotten Sons. Gee, I wonder who's going to win.
I mean, Carrillo looked actually really impressive coming out. I think he's not going to be booked as a squash jobber.
Not forever.
They just needed someone to get Jackson Ryder over. I mean, but it's a squash match. Carrillo just couldn't get any momentum that he needed throughout the match at all. And Riker's kind of terrifying.
Oh yeah, he straight up looked scary. I think I forget who commented on it. It was like, yeah, he came out here by himself, even though he's in a trio.
Yeah, they were so confident that they sent him out by himself.
Yep, and it's like, great.
Go ahead.
It's great. Let's keep these. I can't wait to see what these guys do next. What direction they go with them. It's going to be amazing. We get a in the office with Regal and the I don't know what the fuck he is. That little bald guy that sits next to him.
He's the investigator.
Investigator with Candice LeRae, aka Mrs. Gargano, talking about the Aleister Black attack, and she brings up that she thinks that it was Ciampa, basically by saying, "Oh, it was cowardly. It was, right after you announced the triple threat." And Regal's like, listen, we've already investigated that, and it's basically he's clear.
But then he asks about Johnny's whereabouts in order to give him an alibi, and she didn't really help at all.
No, she didn't. She said
he told her to wait in the locker room, and he'd be back in a jiffy.
Yeah, it's like that gap is it, and I can't believe he didn't press it any further, But I imagine that's going to be something he sits down with the investigator, and I feel like we're drawing to the end of this. It's very much coming to a close, and it's going to be Johnny Gargano.
Oh yeah, I've been saying that since day one.
Yep. We get the EC3 interview from Takeover Brooklyn. And
wait, I thought that was after the Ricochet and Dunn recap, and after the vignette for that guy I don't remember his name.
Okay, yeah, we've got the recap of the feud between Ricochet and Pete Dunne, kind of setting up for the main event. I don't remember seeing the vignette, but then again, I really wasn't. I could have blinked and probably missed it.
So the vignette, he's been on TV once or twice before. He had a match on NXT TV. I just can't remember his name for the life of me. But basically, he's hyping himself up, saying, "What is limitless? That's coming back after failure. It's being yourself. I'm limitless." And then I guess his tagline is "Bask in my glory" because it's on the back of his shirt.
Oh, he's been in a couple matches, and I know who you're talking about because he's a Texas native.
Yeah.
And he's really good.
Oh no, I bet if I were to go back,
he was in a match a couple a week or two ago against a German guy. and
Yeah.
he had a squash against this really big dude that it was like, oh my god, crazy awesome. But I can't recall.
Go ahead and talk about
Next, we get
EC3's promo.
we get the EC3 interview from after his match with Velveteen Dream at Takeover Brooklyn 4, where he basically points the finger at Lars Sullivan, and then we see the fact that Lars Sullivan totals him before his match with Raul Mendoza. About a week or two ago. And then we apparently are going to get to see Lars Sullivan next week in action, as well as we will get to see Otis Dozer versus fucking Tommaso Ciampa. Oh my god.
Otis.
Oh my Jeebus boy. Don't hurt my cinnamon roll, damn it. I like him.
My cinnamon roll.
He's a good guy. He's like I said, the Heavy Machinery is a damn good tag team, and in their own rights, I feel like it would be very, very easy to keep them in the public eye and maybe gunning for the NXT Tag Team Championships. Maybe after Undisputed goes up and going into a feud with War Raiders would do them good, but we'll see where that goes when that gets there. But seeing Otis versus Ciampa, it's like, why? Why are we doing this? We don't need to do this. Please stop. Did you find him?
No, I'm still working on it. I don't know if it was before Money in the Bank. I think it was.
It was after.
Was it after Money in the Bank?
It wasn't, but maybe a couple weeks ago, because
I think it was longer than that, Lovey.
Maybe. But yeah, he's a really big black guy. He's a really, really big black guy. He's really, really awesome in the ring. He can really move. He's got a lot of athletic agility. So seeing him in a serious match against maybe somebody like Lars Sullivan would be fucking amazing. Let me see that. Because there would finally be somebody that Lars Sullivan just can't outright manhandle, and it would give a good feud for both men to be in. You found him.
Wait, maybe.
What do we got?
Is it Patrick Scott?
That name doesn't. Oh, who was the German?
Never mind, because that's Patrick Scott versus Kona Reeves.
Yeah, that's not it. Wait, no, he did face Kona Reeves.
Was it Patrick Scott?
It might have been, because he fought. Did he win?
Yes, he has finer trunks than Reeves. The NXT universe was immediately behind him.
Yep, Patrick Scott.
Because that was the first time Kona did the Hawaiian drop. Look at that. That was actually before Money in the Bank.
That he tried to do the Hawaiian drop and Patrick Scott won?
Yeah. I think.
Read it closely, because if you don't have
I didn't actually write who won that match.
If that was the first time he did the Hawaiian drop, he didn't lose. Anyway, let's move on to our main event, where I know you're going to absolutely destroy me talking about this, because I saw the Twitter pictures that you sent to me, 3 fucking pages. That's fine. That's great, because
one more time.
I was super into this match. I loved it, and I had a sinking suspicion of how the end was going to come, but I can't believe that they actually did what they did.
If you did not expect the ending, I want to say you're blissfully unaware then, because I think I was expecting this ending quite adamantly. I was looking for it.
Yeah, well, and again, like I said, it wasn't that I didn't expect it. I was just hoping that they wouldn't do it, you know? It's like, yes, you have the easy out, but please don't. Let's see where this goes.
Let me go to my actual notes for this.
The beginning of this match was a technical masterpiece. This was something we haven't seen in a very, very, very long time. 2 men chain wrestling in the middle of the ring. Every move, every twist of a body part was was played into a this not only looks painful, but it is painful to me in the ring. And the crowd was extremely vocal during this entire match, and especially so in the very beginning. The fucking turn to physicality, though, with that insane clothesline by Pete Dunne, took a little longer than I thought it would, but I'm not sad about this. This match was, as Morrow said, an instant classic. There's no way you don't have. I don't have this match penciled in currently for. I don't have a list currently, rather, for match of the year, but this would be on the list.
Oh yeah.
This match, even with the ending, still match of the year.
Oh, definite contender. I mean, they hyped this match up so well. Everyone's expectations, or at least my expectations coming in, were very high.
Oh yeah.
And if you think about it, both Pete and Ricochet have been impressive each time either man has stepped in the ring, and without fail, they blew me away tonight. By putting both of the titles on the line, that is what the match really needed. It gave the energy, and the energy was at all-time high. You felt the tension throughout the entire match from bell to finish. As you said, the chain wrestling, the exchanging, the spots, they were all perfectly paced, well executed, finely tuned. It was like watching a well-oiled machine. In regards to the crowd, we heard "Fight Forever." This is awesome. We got the NXT chant. We got the dueling chants of Ricochet and Bruiserweight to the point where at the end everyone was just saying who they wanted to hear, and it just blended into each other so amazingly. The crowd was 100% into this. The amount of near falls that were in this match, the spots and everything, kept everyone on the edge of their feet, on the edge of their seats, on their feet. The atmosphere was electric.
Yep.
But as you said, in the end, Undisputed Era does cause the match to end in a no contest. We see the War Raiders show up and chasing off Undisputed Era. You know their eyes are on the tag team championships. Did Adam Cole attack Dunne or Ricochet first?
I would have pegged it because
whoever he attacked first, that's the next title he's going for. So if he hit Ricochet, he's going to go back for the North American Championship. If he hit Cole, if he hit
Dunne,
if he hit himself, if he hit Dunne, we might see a match between Cole and Dunne relatively soon.
Well, in my head, the way that I see it is because I don't remember. I think I remember seeing him go after Ricochet because the storyline is there. It's no brainer. Go back after the championship you lost. But seeing a match between Adam Cole and Pete Dunne would just be fun. And one man was kind of because I remember the positioning of Undisputed Era, but I don't remember and the relative position of both men, but that were in the champion versus champion match, but I don't remember who went on who. But the other thing that got me was War Raiders, after seeing Undisputed Era go into the crowd and kind of mock them a little bit, jump out of the ring and go after them. And we get Pete Dunne and Ricochet slowly making their way to their feet with both championships. And we fade
to black with the stare out. Oh my God, it's so amazing. Props NXT A+.
Yep, this show, I will go back and watch that match.
I had to go back and watch the match in order to get my notes because I knew I wasn't going to be taking notes during this match the first time around because I knew I was going to be invested into this. Both of these episodes of 205 and NXT really showed what the network, what Triple H is capable of.
Yeah,
these were both very enjoyable shows. We had great main events from both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Just good job. Pat on the back.
Hey, Vince. I know you don't watch,
Step
but
down.
yeah, go do your football thing, play the stock market, help your wife in the White House, and stop doing wrestling things. We love you. We respect you. We thank you for getting us here. But
But it's time to step down, die, or be assassinated.
yeah, I mean, you've already groomed your successor, and your successor has surpassed you. If you don't do it, if you keep him in this menial role, I don't think he's going to stay there forever. He's going to step to do
He'll
something.
stay there. No, he'll stay there. He's invested. He's married into the McMahon family. He knows what he's getting when McMahon steps down. He's just slowly getting more and more power.
He's playing the long game.
He's playing the corporate game.
Wow. And I'm pretty sure Stephanie and Hunter have kids.
Yeah, they've got 3 girls. Shane's got 3 boys.
I'm pretty sure Shano does. I love Shano. We haven't seen him in forever though.
That's okay. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Paige is doing well on her own.
I think that's kind of the thing.
Well, and you have to think, how long did it go? We saw Stephanie, and then she went away. We saw Shane, he went away. They both went away for a little bit. We see Stephanie most recently, within the last month. So I imagine something's going to happen around Survivor Series or Rumble, because those pay-per-views are where the commissioners are more involved, because we get into the road to WrestleMania.
Yeah, I'm actually going to lay it down here. There's going to be something after Super Showdown, maybe in Evolution, that's going to bring Shane back, and that's going to bring Stephanie in.
What about TLC?
Is TLC between Evolution and Survivor Series? I don't know.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
But it's definitely going to be end of October, because November is when Survivor Series is. Why would they have 2 pay-per-views?
Survivor Series is the end of November.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying that I thought TLC.
Yeah, TLC is always like an October time frame thing.
I thought it was in December, because it's between Survivor Series and Rumble.
I thought it was going to be in between Evolution and Survivor Series, but I may know nothing.
Yeah, we'll look into it and we'll figure out the right answers, or you guys can put it in the comments. Do not hesitate to talk to us down below in the comments section. Hey, while you're down there, if you wouldn't mind hitting like, maybe subscribe while you're at it, that would be great.
TLC this year.
Oh, now you're asking Siri? That's cheating.
No, I'm asking Google.
Oh. Gotta ask.
Oh, it only heard me ask. No, I'm asking Google.
See, I mean, at least if I did it, I would be straight about it. I wouldn't even need to talk.
When is TLC? Shut up! Not you.
TLC 2018.
Oh, I hate Google.
Let's see. October 21st.
Ha!
Yeah.
I pay attention. All right, but I think we should probably close this out, guys.
Absolutely. We want to thank you all for watching. As I said, please like, comment, subscribe, share, hit all those wonderful things down below. Hit the bell for the notifications. Follow the show on Twitter at InMoshPit. Go ahead and follow me at Rob's Random ROMs. Follow her, the Heavy Metal Hippie. And we will see you all tomorrow night for our wrestling news and rumors. This should be interesting. It feels
like we haven't done this in a while.
I know. It's, well, I mean, it feels like you haven't done this in a while.
Shut up. I did the SmackDown for you.
Yes, you did. Hey, I was fighting technical gremlins. Don't at me. Don't at me. But we will see you all tomorrow night. Later.
Bye.